All right, so look, man, I am back on the tips and predictions video. If you know, I ain't got my contacts in, so guess what? We got the focals. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, this is the recap, which is going to be from round 23. Then we'll go through the standings and then my round 24 prediction. So let's just hop straight into it so we ain't wasting no time. Last week, the Storm beat the Rabbitohs 28-16, and then the Titans got molly-whopped. Okay, they got beat bad by the Sharks 44-0. Panthers pulled out a tough one versus the Ills 36-34. Sea Eagles did pull off the Raiders win 46-24. Broncos beat the Cowboys. Bulldogs beat the Dragons. Dolphins end up pulling off a 34-32 win against the Warriors. And then, of course, the West Tigers got clapped by the Knights, which was crazy. And the Roosters definitely had a bye week. So that was the results from round 23. We'll look at the standings. We'll go through this fast just because we want to see who's either in or on the verge of a playoff berth, because it's only, I believe it's only 3 or 4 weeks left. So with that being said, the 1 seed is the Storm. They've been balling all season. They have 16 wins and only 4 losses. Definitely shouts out to the Storm. Panthers is the 2nd seed. The Roosters, which is actually surprising, is the 3 seed. That's pretty surprising to me. I'm not going to lie to you. And the Sharks, they're actually basically tied with the 3 seed, but they're technically the 4th seed, and they have 13 wins as well, just like the Roosters. So Roosters 3 seed, 4th seed is the Sharks, 5th seed is the Bulldogs. Sea Eagles is the 6th seed. Cowboys dropped down a few, and they're at the 7th seed. And the Dolphins, after a clutch win, they're up to the 8th seed. So they actually, that win last game actually catapulted them into the top 8, which the top 8 makes the playoffs. The Dragons actually went down one. And they're sitting with the same record as the Dolphins. They're at the 9 seed. Knights is the 10. Raiders is 11. Broncos 12. 13 is the Titans. Warriors is tied with the Titans, but the 14th seed, and they're both sitting at 8 wins, 12 losses. So it's going to be hard for either one of those teams to actually become not only over 500, but to get into that top 8. So I believe everybody from here down is completely out of the race. So Warriors being at 14. 15 is the Rabbitohs. 16 is the Ills. 17 is the West Tigers. With that being said, we're getting straight into the predictions just because it's going to be a wonderful week, and I'm excited about this. The Panthers play the Storm, 1 seed versus the 2 seed. A rematch of, I believe they said, the 2020 grand finals. And also people were saying, what are they saying? Preview of the grand finals that might be this year. So with the Panthers and the Storm is going to be a tough one for me to predict, but I am going to predict the Panthers beat the Storm and take over the 1 seed. So I'm picking the Panthers over the Storm. Right now, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to be biased because I'm always biased when it comes to the Warriors, but I am going to pick the Sea Eagles Friday morning or Friday night if it's over where you're at. I'm going to pick the Sea Eagles over the Warriors. It kills me to say that, but it must be said. I'm going to pick the Roosters to keep the ball rolling, even though the Ills just played the Panthers. As tough as I've seen anybody play the Panthers, I am picking the Roosters. We got the Bulldogs versus the Dolphins. I believe it's really a hammer time event. So I'm taking the Dolphins to upset. I can say upset because it's 5-8. So I'm picking the Dolphins to beat the Bulldogs. Next, we got the Cowboys and Raiders. I am going to take the Cowboys, even though the Raiders has been playing a little bit of decent ball. I am going to take the Cowboys over the Raiders. We got the West Tigers versus the Roosters. I'm inclined to take the Roosters, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Roosters. We got the Dragons versus the Titans. I am going to predict the upset with this one. If you ask me why, I probably wouldn't have a good enough reason to give you an explanation on why, but I am going to pick the Titans over the Dragons. Next is the Sharks and Knights, and I am picking the Sharks. I'm pretty sure you already knew that. So Sharks over the Knights. And then the only bye week of the week is the Broncos. So if you want to go through this real quick before we end this video, we'll go ahead and go through this super quick. All right, ESPN, I see you. We'll go through this super quick. I did pick the number 2 seed over the 1, which is I picked the Panthers over the Storm. Sea Eagles over the Warriors. Roosters over the Eels. Dolphins over the Bulldogs. I got the Cowboys over the Raiders. Rabbitohs over West Tigers. Dolphins over Titans. If that's what I said, I'm switching it up and I'm picking the Titans over the Dragons. So Titans over the Dragons, Sharks over the Knights. A special bye week for them Broncos so they can get well rested and try to see if they can pull off that late stage comeback as far as pole position and position for the playoffs. But that is my 24th round or round 24 tips and predictions video. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you let me know what you want to see me react to. Let me know in the comments if you think my predictions are terrible or if you believe that a lot of my predictions are right. Let me know what you think about those in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one.